of philanthropy as us, the golden-hearted, watering seeds of promise, like gardeners who tend to plots, browse furrowed by the puzzle of fertilization, the right chemistry to inject into the ground for best results. Sometimes exasperated by what won't sprout, but other times rewarded, reveling in the flowers that bud and bloom, delighting in the pretty colors of the season. This notion is well-intentioned, perhaps, but an illusion. We are all in this forest together, and we are all planted in this soil, coexisting in this ecosystem, none of us above the biosphere. This is unruly, unbalanced land. So how do we grow? How do we serve to strengthen and not erode? How do we respect each other, mindful of each other's space and rate and need? How do we each find balance, understanding our place in this ecosystem we are all a part? To lead with reflection, integrity, humility, it takes science and it takes heart. To believe strongly as we do in the possibility of true equity, in a future where each person can thrive, can have safety, shelter, nourishment, education, and even-keeled justice so that all have not just access to, but equal ownership of their fullest sense of selves. That is not charity. That is being human. Allowing the passageways between head and heart to flow in symbiosis, refusing to be stagnant, myopic, numb. It is understanding for a truly balanced ecosystem, all of us must hold stakes so that all of our branches climb, reaching skyward. And it is understanding that the land we were born into was terraced, often cruelly and knowingly, so that some flourish while others choke by design, a design upheld by the ambivalence of most. It is us knowing that greed is a weed, invasive, insidious, tendrils wrapping and stifling, and it is us examining how easy it is to become that, or to allow that, or to close our eyes from that, to just not see that slow suffocation. But it is in our nature to grow. Are we willing to grow better, grow more justly, get in touch with our own roots, our own nerve endings, the synapses between intellect and emotion? Are we ready to strengthen our knowledge, our self-awareness, our resolve? Are we willing to have hard conversations, diving deep when it's easier to just keep it light? Are we willing to not absolve ourselves of what is problematic just by virtue of us simply acknowledging inequity? With open eyes and open ears, are we willing to question what has shaped our senses and recognize how we have been conditioned to fuzz out the periphery? Are we willing to commit to fundamentally undo that which insulates us from another's acute reality? Owning the privilege that has led us here and feeling electrified to understand and claim and leverage that privilege to help reshape the landscape? Are we ready to dedicate ourselves to ensure that the voices, experiences, and indispensable insight of the most marginalized in our community are increasingly centered, amplified, elevated? Are we ready to be led by them? Not just for a narrative or for a result or a success story, but for our own liberation, for a stronger city, what well-being really means. This is about rising up collectively, knowing that diversity is not altruism, but reality. And like a biosphere, we are all truly healthier in body, mind, and spirit when we reject the lie of monoculture and embrace the spectrum for all that it vibrantly is. That is an authentic life. We know our city is growing. Seattle, this beautiful biosphere, and growth, yes, is inevitable. The brilliance of the work that lies ahead is that we each have a choice in how we grow better, how we understand the resources that we all share in this community, how we siphon and advocate, and how we nourish our shared soil so that all can stretch to their fullest. Will we be tangled or will we be braided? Will we simply be reactive, or can we catalyze with courage? What are we brave enough to pull out by the root? We have the honor to design better, to educate better, to invest better, to be led better. Are we ready for new leaves? Are we ready for the flourishing? Are we ready to grow towards a future where all of us can truly bloom? Thank you.